Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of a new Trekkie. My 5-year mission to search out Star Trek media, to seek out our fans and merchandise, to boldly go where no fan has gone before.
Greetings and salutations, how are we doing? So this time we're looking back at a episode of Star Trek: Discovery, which was a two-parter. In this case, Such Sweet Sorrow. And what I'm going to try to do for this one is I'm going to try to look at part 1, and I'm looking at part 2. So that, we can have, all the ideas laid out for how I feel about the first part and the second part. So let's get part 1. When the U.S. Discovery's crucial mission does not go according to plan, Burnham realizes what must also be done. The crew prepares for the battle of a lifetime as Leland's control ships get closer. So, in a way, what happens, if that really didn't really make sense, after, basically they realize, say, hey, we can't get rid of all the data from Control, they're feeling, say, well, what would be the same plan we could do? We could destroy the ship. Then go down with the ship. So they evacuate the ship, and they say, okay, everything should be good. Everything should be a-okay and all that. Everyone, and at that point, everyone has talked to their messages to friends, family to say, hey, I'm just letting you know what's going on and all that. And yeah, I think that little moment, that's really good.
Anyway, we are here because we're staying with you.
No. You have people who love you.
We are coming with you, Michael. Further argument would be futile.
I do have to say that, while it basically realized, say, oh, shoot, we can't destroy the ship because the ship has basically become self-aware, in a way. And eventually they're trying to think, say, well, what can we do? What can we do now? So what they're going to plan to do is they're going to try to say, okay, what if we have something, take the time crystals, in a way, put it into the suit that Michael's mother used to travel to the future.
One of the fun things about becoming queen of the most politically relevant planet in the galaxy is that I don't have to listen to any snark. I made it an actual law.
What? Oh, we believe that there's a reason Signal brought us to your planet.
What's happening?
It's nuclear particle physics. Pretty sure she's calculating the reaction rate between particles.
In a way. And, to basically say, okay, we need to send Control so far into the future, that it won't be able to affect them. So yeah, I thought the little bits of dramatic tension were really good. I thought the idea of, say, hey, them basically trying to say, okay, we're going to have to go down the ship. This is the last hurrah of the Discovery crew. Because we also have the introduction of number 1, who is, Pike's number 1. She finally appears.
New captain. Mr. Saru, you have the con as Commander Burnham leads you through the wormhole. I'm gonna miss the hell out of you.
So let's look at part 2. So what happened in part 2? Well, the U.S. Discovery battles against Control in a fight not only for their lives, but for the future, with a little help from unexpected friends. Spock and Burnham is concerned, following the connections between the red signals, while Burnham faces one of its life's harshest truths. The right decisions are often the hardest to make. So, one thing that this one has to do is basically they have the giant, space battle between, Discovery and the Enterprise and Control. And eventually, one thing that does happen after like everyone had basically told everyone like say, hey, like we need help, the Kelpian race, and along with the Klingon race, thanks to Ash Tyler, had came to help them in their time of need.
On screen. Cavalry arrived just in time.
Klingon Empire will always fight to preserve our future. Please transmit tactical analysis of all enemy vessels to us.
One thing Leland is trying to do is like say, yeah, he's still being controlled by Control, so he is, ever so often he is coming, he's shooting at, on the Discovery ship, so that he can in a way, get things like he wants that data.
Leland, you look well.
For a couple of batteries and a data core stuffed in a meat sack.
Kind of like an AI sausage.
Ew.
Women, stop talking.
Remember this?
I gotta say, one thing that I thought was really cool was in the fact that when Michael is traveling to the future using the suit, at first, like, when we have this idea of time travel in our heads, we're always see, like, say, oh, it's gonna be pleasant. Like, say, like, like a DeLorean, the TARDIS, or like, say, even the Wild Stallions phone box, or something like that. Whereas this, like, when they are having her, like, travels for the first time, in a way, it looks like it is a very painful process, in a way. In a way, like, like, you're having, like, a bit of, not total control of it. But then, like, say, when she's, like, say, okay, speeding up to process, like, say, boom, 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 it's like, say, okay, it seems like she's getting control of it. And yeah, I thought the action sequences, like say, or the fight sequences, when Captain Giorgio, when she's going up against Leland, I thought those sequences were pretty cool.
Where's my data?
And I do have to say, the sequence in which she basically, pushes him into the spore generator, and then he's just trying to get out. He's like elbowing it to try to get out. Then she says, like, say, oh, enough of your tantrum. She turns the spore generator on, and it kills him.
And I'd like to hear you scream now.
And man, is it a great the effect, and at the same time the death sequence. It's pretty great. At least I think it is. And I will say that I think the dramatic element of basically the Discovery crew, what happens to them is they get flung so far into the future that in a way Spock and all of them basically say, hey, we don't know what happened to the Discovery crew. What they did was a valiant effort to save others. And in a way, they are basically, it's like say, hey, they had to come to grips with what they had to do. And yeah, that idea of, like, being flung into the future to protect kind of reminds me of Voyager. Although that's not what happened to them. Like, they were basically flung into the future and are trying to get back home. Maybe that's what's going to happen to the Discovery crew. They're going to try and figure out how to get back to the past. Or perhaps they're just going to try to say, okay, we're here right now. But yeah, I'll be honest, at first, like, I thought, okay. Part 1, like, I thought it was good. Yeah, at the same time, I thought, like, say, wait, this is all the episode is leading up to? Just, okay, abandoned ship, and then abandoned ship doesn't work. I don't know. I'm guessing, like, say, like, looking back, I'm starting to understand why a lot of folks prefer, like, say, these story elements and beats of old like DS9, TNG, Voyager. Like, say, yes, they had like a like a you know, a big story arcs, but it wasn't the main focus in a way. Like, say they would have, like, say, a different episode each week to, in a way, like have to, like, like, say, hey, this isn't just a I don't know. But I thought this was pretty good.
You detected an anomaly, Captain.
Number one's running in now, but looks like it's in the beta quadrant.